It's currently what is this? 4/18/23. Roughly 08:58. Now I'm just pondering on the scriptures where it says that they wish to sit in Moses' seat. They desire all the high places, all the praises, all the honors, but yet basically is not worthy. What does it say? Woe to you lawyers, for you hold blocked the way, hindering those who would enter, and yet ye yourselves do not enter. What does it say? Though they put the burden on you, that they themselves would never lift a finger to attempt, still do it, for it is the requirement. Now I'll be having these deep thoughts, these talkings and reasonings, and also what they say, going back to Israel or the Christ. How are you an Israelite or a preacher, I think he said, and not know these things? Still requiring breast milk. For by this age, you should need solid food. But yet, as an adult, still requiring breast milk. And I just be having these deep conversations, and I just be like, always get questioned. What do you mean? How? Let's see. Me, I only got 6 credits in my science engineering degree. I'm not initiated into any of the occult, any other brotherhood. But yet, whenever I spit these riddles, like it says in the Bible, how Suleiman was showed to be superior because he was reasoning with the king of Tyre. Oh yeah, was that Jesus last of the pharaohs, showing that he had supreme overstanding. See, once again, somebody just telepathically asked what they gotta do with anything. If you can't comprehend that, turning your ring, turning your membership, at the very minimum, drop yourself back down to an apprentice and get your study on, because you are not worthy to even call yourself an Ansarian. Maybe a Mason, for it is a replica and it goes through none of the original teachings and the tribulations that would test your soul before you even started the initiation process. But if you don't understand that, you shouldn't. That's why they, as Socrates stated, that's why they enjoy the highest of the high and get all the perks and benefits. Oh, that's my other video too. They'll never stop oppressing you because it's Psalms 83. The way they enjoy the blessing is through wickedness. So they have to maintain wickedness to maintain their position. It says in the scriptures that Deuteronomy 28 or Leviticus 26, the laws, if you keep the laws, all these blessings will come upon you. But if you violate it, see, I told you it's a spell, all these curses will come upon you. So they enjoy the blessing of Israel, but yet how could it be when they're doing what should bring the curses? So it shows you it's the Sith or the dark negative energy that's now in control of the blessing, but they have to continuously do negative to achieve it. You see, even with that, as Dredd said, they still aren't able to sustain themselves. That's why they talk about going digital currency and doing it. Yeah, see, it's failing, but it's like they have an illusion that they're up and maintaining the blessing when they're really falling. But like I said, if you have to ask these questions on these, like I said, see, had you been watching his videos, over 500 of them, and had you been watching it and seeing that, and if you can't understand it, if you have to ask why, and you either a master mason, a Shriner, a Scottish Rite, you are not worthy to be called these things. Even like I said, even though I don't see them as worthy at all, because none of them go through the original tribulations of the Assyrian cult. Or when you read, Jesus Last of the Pharaohs, the cult or the Brotherhood of Heliopolis or Memphis, basically Kemet, none of them are worthy of this, so they already lost that battle. But if I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, how? I'm like, why do I? See, another over your head moment brought to you by Azrasos Airlines. If you don't understand what I'm saying, and I am not none of this, you already showing, like I said, as it says, one better than Suleiman is here. And one better than Suleiman was already there, my man Yusef, who had the knowledge but yet was able to resist the flesh, the horror, threw him in jail because he ain't see. I'm already went through that because he didn't want to be with her, so she said he raped her and made up all this bullshit, but already showing that he had supreme overstand. So one better than Suleiman was already there in Kemet when you read Genesis or Exodus, and sold into captivity by his fucking brothers, which therefore by his wisdom and overstanding saved their bitch asses when the drought came. So the same person they oppressed and threw in the captivity because they were jealous because he was loved by his father, besides his younger brother, I forgot who the youngest brother was. The same person they put into captivity when the drought came and through his wisdom told the Pharaoh to stockpile. See, somebody asked me again, what they gotta do with anything? See? Dumb as shit. Had this, you see, what it say in the scriptures? That shows you're not smart. Hear out the matter first before you ask a question or give a rebuttal. But like I said, if he sat here and was sold out, but through his wisdom told them to stop, he interpreted the dream, which none of the wise men, none of the advisor of the Pharaoh was able to do. He was able, this low slave, dumb nigger, what they probably called him, was able to tell them, yo, it's a drought coming, get ready for it, start stockpiling, reduce rations, reduce what you're doing, stop spending excessively. Oh, that's the video I made back in 2015. Start buying non-perishable foods and water, make a list of demands, stop getting involved with stupid shit, start only focusing on real shit, start preparing your mind, body, and soul. And like I said, but Pharaoh being a Kemetic, they try to make the pharaohs in the Bible to be stupid. No, they had the wisdom to be like, oh shit, let me get ready. See, we say the lower level of Babylon, the book of Daniel, shall rule the world. These motherfuckers is dumb as shit, and you giving them the fucking key to their freedom, but they're so stupid and so hateful that unlike the Pharaoh, they will not heed the warning. Like I said, had you did with Yusef, the modern day Yusef, Thoth Moses, or as what's his name, Jesus Last of the Pharaoh, Akhenaten, had you did what they do to him, chased him away, he had to start his own kingdom in the desert where they assassinated him, and then assassinated a young boy Tut, his son, so that they could put an imposter kiss ass in the position which led to the kingdom falling. But had they did what I said to do, they would not have had a problem during the COVID and would not have been fractured their economy, because they would have had food and rations to endure through that hard time. And with all these new chemical spillings, they wouldn't have to be rushing to the store to buy water, because that's in Philadelphia alone, almost a month ago now, they just had to spill in the Delaware, they had to spill in Ohio twice. So had dudes been doing what they supposed to been doing, what the wise tell them to do, they would be prepared for what's coming and what already has come, and would not have destroyed their economy doing what they're about to do in another month or two, which is partying, spending money, taking trips, doing this, wasting resources instead of stockpiling and getting ready for something. Like, you can watch any current event channel and they're showing things are about to get crazy. And these dumb niggers are just sitting around partying, showing you they're not smart. But they call themselves of the Brotherhood of the Asarian cult. How do you know these things? How do you have to question me when I have no degrees, besides, no degrees, no formal initiation, but yet I can reason the fuck out of it. That's what it says in Jesus. I said, why do you want to join this when you clearly are of the gods? You already have this supreme overstanding. Why do you want to join this? I must understand the trials and tribulations in which man walks. That sounds like the Buddha 1,000 years before. I must understand this dude. Both situations, both were kings, were princes, and yet gave up their spot to help the lower minded in the lower environment or the lower standards of the people. How do you know this and do not? How are you this and still required breast milk? I want you to walk to Brooklyn and give me some Cambodian breast milk. Return the dark side of candor.